It's 14th June 2024. The time is 6 pm. We are finally at Pangong on our way to Spangmek. We have the majestic Pangong Lake on our left. Even at this time of the day, there's so much light. It's not going to be dark at least before 7:30 in the evening. We still have a couple of hours now to enjoy the cool blue waters of the Pangong Lake. We have not decided yet whether we will visit the lake today or tomorrow. Our first priority for now is to settle in our cottages and get some hot coffee or tea. It's really chilling and windy outside. We have finally reached Spangmek. We will now search for our stay here. We have our rooms booked. We just need to find the cottages. Google Maps are not very reliable here. There's no network in Pangong, not even with the postpaid Airtel or BSNL connections. This is a heavily guarded military area. It's always advisable that you download and save your maps before you come here. So finally, this is our stay in Spangmek. These are our cottages with the beautiful Pangong Lake forming the backdrop. Let's check out the cottages. There is a sitting arrangement just outside. The inside is cozy, bright and airy. The floor has a flimsy type of carpet. There are some shelves to keep our things. The washroom is spacious with a small window to enjoy the outside view.
ওইখানে যাবি আইসক্রিম খাবি ওই যে ওইখানে যা
না আইসক্রিম নাই
তোর এটা কি ওইটা কি জিনিস
বড় বুঝলি
Good morning friends. It's next day. The time is already 9:20 am. Today we shall first of all visit the Pangong Lake, then we will set off for Changla Pass and then finally head back to Leh. We are now checking out from our cottage. Our jeep is ready. Yesterday we covered 170 kilometers from Hunder to Pangong after nearly 6 hours driving. So far we have travelled 2500 kilometers in around 61 hours driving. It's 9:30 am. We are now heading towards the shores of the Pangong Lake. We are looking for a way towards the lake. There are small unpaved roads at intervals to our right. Each of these roads will take us to the lake. We are just looking for one such offshoot road that would take us directly to the famous Three Idiots point. It seems like we finally found our way to the lake. This steep downhill road will take us to the shores of the lake. We put our Jeep in the 4x4 lock with hill descent control in this part. We are just crawling down at a controlled speed, maintaining a straight trajectory. We just have to keep in mind that before we turn our wheels, we have to disengage the 4x4 lock and the hill descent control to avoid damaging the 4x4 system. This is the parking area. Be very cautious not to take your car any further towards the lake as it is strictly prohibited and punishable. Pangong Lake is said to be the highest saltwater lake in the world at an altitude of 14,270 feet. The lake spans for nearly 160 kilometers, covering a total area of 700 square kilometers. 50% of this area is in China administered Tibet, rest is in India administered Ladakh, of which around 10% is in the buffer zone between China and India. Pangong So is one of the 5 sublakes of the Somo Gangla Ringpo lake system. Pangong is an endorheic lake landlocked by 3 mountain ranges, namely the Changchenmo Range, Pangong Range and the Kailash Range. The line of actual control between China and India passes through this lake. Pangong Lake gained a massive tourist attraction in around 2009 and 2010 thanks to the climax scene of the Three Idiots movie. This region has been the shooting spots of many notable Bollywood movies, namely Dil Se, Jab We Met, Three Idiots, Jab Tak Hai Jaan and Highway. One can see and take photographs with these iconic artifacts of the movies. You can see the charges for taking photos here on the screen. One can also enjoy horse riding on the shores of the lake. They charge 50 rupees for the ride. We had plans to ride till China and do a survey of the border, but we were running short of time. So we cancelled our plans and took a U turn. The water of the lake is crystal clear. Western part of the lake is said to have saline water. However, we didn't find the water salty to taste. No fish or aquatic life has been reported in the lake on the Indian side. This is, however, the breeding ground for migratory birds like bar-headed geese and Brahmini ducks. The lake remains frozen during the winter months.